what is your business? You know? And he said, look, I have been very jealous for thy sake. You know, all your prophets have been killed by the children of Israel. I'm the only one left. Look at the Most High say. Go ahead, 11.
And they seek my life to take it away. And he said, go forth and stand upon the mount before the Lord. And behold, the Lord passed by, and a great and strong wind rent the mountains and brake in pieces the rocks before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind.
He said, look, I'm going to show you all these dramatics. I'll show you all the dramatics, man, all the wind. And it's interesting, too, because you see a lot of dramatics that happen during that contest. Prophets of Baal cutting themselves, yelling and crying and doing all this stuff. That's eye candy. To somebody who don't believe or you know anything about God, you tend to gravitate towards, you know, all the eye candy. You want to see some great big thing happening. So he on the mountain, the Most High showing him. He's showing them. It ain't about what your eyes are seeing. It ain't about being influenced by this all this eye candy. You see the great wind ripping the mountains? So the Lord wasn't there. Go ahead and continue.
The Lord was not in the wind, and after the wind an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake, and after the earthquake a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, a still small voice.
So you seen an earthquake, you seen a fire, and after all of that, which you wasn't in, a small, still voice. You know the small, still voice puts into the mind? The voice of reason. It ain't yelling, it ain't arguing, it ain't mad. Real simple. Let's reason on this thing. A real simple, still voice. And what happened here? Go ahead.
Well, he sounded like that. That was funny. He said, let's reason. Let's reason on this thing. And it was so when Elijah heard it, that he wrapped his face in his mantle and went out and stood in the entering in of the cave. And behold, there came a voice unto him and said, what doest thou here, Elijah? And he said, I have been very jealous for the Lord God of hosts, because the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenant, thrown down thine altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword. And I, even I only, am left, and they seek my life to take it away. And the Lord said unto him,
now look, the Most High gonna show him, okay, you first of all, you ain't the only one left, because he gonna let him know. He got a remnant left. But at the same time, I'm gonna show you what you're gonna do, because Jezebel's time is coming. Go ahead and continue.
And the Lord said unto him, go, return on thy way to the wilderness of Damascus. And when thou comest, anoint Hazael to be king over Syria.
See, Most High putting all the chess pieces in play. He gonna send you to another nation which was enemies with Israel. And you, being a prophet of the Lord, I want you to go anoint Hazael, who's gonna be the next king over Syria. All of the chess pieces are being laid out yet. Ain't no sudden moves yet, but everything is being set up for the strategy. Go ahead and continue.
And Jehu, the son of Nimshi, shalt thou anoint to be king over Israel. And Elisha, the son of Shaphat, of Abel-Meholah, shalt thou anoint to be prophet in thy room. And it shall come to pass that him that escapeth the sword of Hazael shall Jehu slay, and him that escapeth from the sword of Jehu shall Elisha slay. Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed unto Baal.
So look, I got 7,000 that have not left the knees of Baal. Okay? And Obadiah being one of them. Because we're going to find, remember Obadiah, the governor that was of Ahab's house?
Oh, who was hiding prophets from Jezebel?
Hiding prophets. This is that remnant. But then also, too, is you also got some of the remnants, because it didn't give a number on that. But when he anointed Jehu, Jehu ain't dealing with Jezebel in him. Matter of fact, it's the remnant that he going to raise up that's going to do the judgment here. But go ahead, what verse you at?
That was the end of verse 18.
Okay, that's good. Now, so he said, look, I'm going to send Syria on them. Whoever escaped the hand of Syria, Jehu, he going to turn around and he going to catch him. And whoever escaped the hand of Jehu, Elisha, he going to catch him. Oh, I got this thing all laid out. But we don't see it because we're fearful in time, because what he did with them 400 prophets, once Jezebel sent that letter out, by nature, he became fearful. But now, let's go into the 21st chapter. Slide on over to the 21st chapter. And when you get it, pick this up at verse 1. So now we got Jezebel, we got the issue with the 400 prophets. All right? We're going to get back to that part. They're going, well, no, not even so much, because all of us are going to get judged within itself. We're going to look at another act. We see her influence with the power over the prophets. We see how they sat at her table. I'm going to show you now, look at her seductive influence over her own husband. I'm talking about, when I say seductive influence, I'm talking about for him to mess around and go do something he knew he had no business doing.
Whatever he do going to affect the kingdom as a whole, because
That's
he the
all
king.
day.
So
That's
her,
right.
she helping create a policy,
Yeah.
a way, like, no,
Right.
do this, do that.
The real unseen hand in the kingdom at that time.
Ain't nothing wrong if her words is well, if they wise.
Right. But this is the issue. Jezebel represented the unseen doctrine, the unseen power that was behind the throne. Ahab was the king, but she got in that ear, man, and made some things in his ear, and had some policies, and had some prophets to prophesy that her words were divine. This woman had influential power. That's why we need to understand who Jezebel is according to the scriptures. It ain't got nothing to do with no lady of the night.
And it,
In fact, if she was a lady of the night, she wouldn't need to get out there. She'd be making her own money. Had a pimp going out making money for her. Now, you go out there, you go tell them to bring that money back to you. According to what we read in here. But go ahead, 1 Kings 21, when you get it, pick it up at verse 1.
and it came to pass after these things that Naboth the Jezreelite had a vineyard which was in Jezreel, hard by the palace of Ahab king of Samaria. And Ahab spake unto Naboth, saying, Give me thy vineyard, that I may have it for a garden of herbs.
Now look, Ahab wanted his vineyard because apparently where his vineyard grew, it was close up to his property.
Right.
So therefore, you know, let me get that from you.
Yeah.
I just want to make me a garden of herbs. But go ahead and continue reading that.
Because it is near unto my house, and I will give thee for it a better vineyard than it. Or if it seem good to thee, I will give thee the worth of it in money.
So I'm not trying to cheat you out of it.
Right.
I'm not trying to take it from you.
Right.
I'll give you whatever you want for it. I just need it because it's convenient right there for me.
Right.
But look what Naboth said. It wasn't about the money, and it wasn't about a bigger, more land. It wasn't about that. It was something that was inscribed in the law that he couldn't break. Go ahead and read.
And Naboth said to Ahab, The Lord forbid it me, that I should give the inheritance of my fathers unto thee.
Now he said, look, the Lord forbid it that I should give the inheritance of my fathers unto
Right,
you.
you ain't supposed to sell your inheritance.
That's right. Matter of fact, let's look at that real quick. We put your marker here in Deuteronomy. We coming right back. Put your marker here in Kings. We coming right back. Let's go to Deuteronomy, the 19th chapter. We're just going to read one verse. Deuteronomy 19. And when you get it, we're going to read verse 14. Deuteronomy 19, verse 14. This is the law that Naboth was quoting here. And this is why, no matter how good it may seem, man, I might have even told myself, man, I sure enough need a bigger garden. I want to plant more stuff. But however, 19 verse 14.
Thou shalt not remove thy neighbor's landmark, which they of old time have set in thine inheritance, which thou shalt inherit in the land that the Lord thy God giveth thee to possess it.
So that was Naboth's landmark. If all the children of the tribe of Judah settled in the countryside, now this whole particular area is called the tribe of Judah. But every family within the tribe of Judah went and got their own area, their own plot of land, their own whatever, and that is their landmark. That belongs to their family down to their bloodline. Same thing throughout the other tribes. Oh, we see Israel might have went apostate and fought out the Baalim, but they ain't forget everything. So we see, look, Naboth still like, look, I can't. The Lord forbid it to me. Because that was his family's lineage vineyard. It was passed through their bloodline. It was part of their landmark. Well, nothing Ahab could do. So now let's go back into 1 Kings. And let's begin to pick this up at verse 4. So now look.
And Ahab came into his house heavy and displeased because of the word which Naboth the Jezreelite had spoken to him. For he has said, I will not give thee the inheritance of my fathers. And he laid him down upon his bed and turned away his face and would eat no bread.
Now he gonna pout like a grown man baby.
A grown baby man.
A grown man baby. He gonna sit there and pout.
Man baby.
And it wasn't like the man dissed you. It simply put, I can't do it because the law says I can't remove my labor's landmark. Now you walking and you all emotional. You don't want to eat. You pouting. But I'm gonna tell you something though. We laugh, but that right there, that's the weak spot.
But that also kills the myth that, women emotional. Men emotional too.
Right. But look, I want to ride on this though. At that moment, that's perfect opportunity for her to get played. That's why I tell you, look, a lot of times, man, you know, you walk around all sad, emotional over something stupid, you leave yourself wide open.
That's right.
And if you get somebody slicking up, or let's just say you get a sister, man, that really know how to manipulate emotions. I mean, you have some sisters that ain't just easily affected by emotions, but know how to manipulate emotions. They catch you in your weakness, you gone. They gonna break you, because you, look, you're gonna do whatever it takes for that woman. Like it said in the Apocrypha, when the brothers was given which was greater, kings, wine, or women.
Oh yeah.
And the brother broke down how women were greater. Man, he said, what did he say? Man, across mountains, go fight a lion, all types of stuff, and go home and bring the spoil right back on his woman.
Yep.
But look, he's pouting, he's weak now. Go ahead and continue. Verse 5.
But Jezebel his wife came to him and said unto him, Why is thy spirit so sad that thou eatest no bread?
She paid attention to what's going on now. What's wrong? You ain't eat no bread. Why your spirit so sad? Go ahead.
And he said unto her, Because I spake unto Naboth the Jezreelite, and said unto him, Give me thy vineyard for money, or else if it please thee, I will give thee another vineyard for it. And he answered, I will not give thee my vineyard.
And he don't say nothing else. He don't mention the law, don't mention nothing. All he mentioned was, I try to offer some money for this vineyard. He don't want to take it. I'm mad about that. He don't mention nothing about the law, instructing her, well, you know, I wanted it, but I was in my wrong. I can't have it because the law said, no. All he telling us is the transaction. I'm sad about a transaction. Oh, you in my realm. Because, you know, her fathers were Zidonians. Zidonian was a rich city. Zidon and Tyre was the richest cities in Canaan during those times because of the seaports. So she knew how to deal politically and knew how to get people out of their So look what she gonna say here.
And Jezebel his wife said unto him, Dost thou now govern the kingdom of Israel? Arise and eat bread, and let thine heart be merry. I will give thee the vineyard of Naboth the Jezreelite.
Now look, hold on, wait a minute. She done cover all of. I'm gonna heal your emotions real quick. Ain't you the king? Man, go ahead and eat. Don't even worry about that. I got you. I'll get that for you. You want it, so you ain't gonna fight her. But then again, I ain't nothing I can do. Don't even worry about it. Go ahead and eat. You the king. Gas his head real good. Oh, you so large. I got you.
So you so large.
So now, her influence about to come in some real play right here. Now we're going to see her power and effect. Go ahead and continue.
So she wrote letters in Ahab's name and sealed them with his seal and sent the letters unto the elders and to the nobles that were in his city dwelling in Naboth. Dwelling with Naboth.
She done sent letters out in the name of King Ahab. Go ahead.
And she wrote in the letters saying, Proclaim a fast and set Naboth on high among the people.
Get him good. Party. Set him up. Hook him up real good. Make him the man.
And set 2 men, sons of Belial, before him to bear witness against him, saying, Thou didst blaspheme God and the king. And then carry him out and stone him that he may die.
Now look, if he would have just been an average cat where you say, send 2 guys like sons of Belial, maybe he's working in his farm, and say, stone him because he done cursed the king and died. Granted, he might have got somebody would have grabbed him and killed him, but she wouldn't have won the passion of the people, because you want to get the passion of the elders and the people, so that way when they end up seizing upon this vineyard, nobody would look at it suspect. So that was real wise what she did. Proclaim a fast. Make him the man of the hour. Everybody coming here to celebrate him. He the man of the hour. All eyes on him. We eating, we drinking, we thinking about you. That's the perfect opportunity to send somebody up on him and defame him. What? Imagine everybody's mind and heart now. After you finish drinking, getting drunk, partying, all in the name of this guy, now you get 2 guys that say he blasting the name of the king and so on and so forth. Now your concentration is really on him because y'all done do a party for this dude. So she don't want the people over that way. Indirectly. Unseen hand, that power and influence. So then what happened? Go ahead and continue reading.
Okay. And the men of his city, even the elders and the nobles who were the inhabitants in his city, did as Jezebel had sent unto them, and as it was written in the letters which she had sent unto them. They proclaimed a fast, and set Naboth on high among the people. And there came in 2 men, children of Belial, and sat before him. And the men of Belial witnessed against him, even against Naboth, in the presence of the people, saying, Naboth did blaspheme God and the king.
Skip down to verse 16 and continue.